Hi, this is MD Shabana Sultanu, working as an associate professor in the Chebol Engineering College, Chebol. Today, I want to discuss about the biodegradable polymers. Biodegradation means it is defined as ability of beginning chemical transformation by enzymatic action of the bacteria which are capable of further degradation. That means it is a process of converting the polymer material into harmless, simple, gaseous product by an action of the enzymes, microorganisms, and water. See here, polymers are popular material as they are not attacked by the environmental conditions, including biological attack. To some extent, polymers are degraded slowly by oxidation, UV radiation, etc., but not by bacteria. This property creates difficulty in disposing the bacterial waste. Biodegradation of polymers not only aimed at eliminating the landfill, but also compostable bags for the collection of leaf ad waste. Those polymers which degrade by the enzymatic action of naturally occurring microorganisms and bacteria are called biodegradable polymers. Biodegradable polymers degrade as a result of natural biological processes, eliminating the need to create a disposable system which can cause harm to our environment. These biodegradable polymers were used in times of Romans, where they use catgut for sutures, which slowly degrades as the wound heals. The basic requirement for the biodegradable polymer should be production of non-toxic products capable of maintaining good mechanical integrity until degradation and controlled rate of degradation. Coming to the classification of the biodegradable polymers, it can be classified in two types on the basis of their sources: natural polymer and synthetic polymers. That means natural biodegradable polymers and synthetic biodegradable polymers. The first one, natural biodegradable polymers. In this, proteins and polysaccharides are present. The example, that is the polymer which are occur biodegradable protein are albumin, collagen, gelatin. The next example is a polysaccharides, that is a glucose containing elements. Sodium alginate, chitin, chitosan, cellulose, dextran, insulin, starch. So these are the naturally occurring polymers which acts as a biodegradable material. Coming to the synthetic polymer, they are aliphatic polyesters, polyphosphoesters, polyanhydrides, polyphosphogenes, pseudoamino acids, polyorthoesters. Coming to the first source, which are come under the synthetic biodegradable polymer, which is known as aliphatic polyesters. The best example for this is a PGA, that is polyglycolic acid, PLA, that is polylactic acid, PHB, polyhydroxybutyrate, and PMA, polybeta malic acid. So these are the examples, or these are the material which are synthetically prepared polymer, which acts as a biodegradable polymer in aliphatic polyesters. The factors controlling the rate of degradation includes percentage of crystallinity of polymer, molecular weight of the polymer, hydrophobicity of the polymer, and the environment surrounding the polymer. And coming to the natural polymers, in this, the rate of degradation and the formation of the metabolites depends very much on the structural complexity of the material and environmental conditions selected for degradation. Beyond these two examples, there are other examples are also there, which are come under the biodegradable polymers are lignin, shellac, natural rubbers. In many quarters, these polymers were not known as a biodegradable polymers and are ignored. Then the natural polymers, these are the polymers obtained from natural resources and they are generally non-toxic in nature. So natural polymers can be of two types. I already told you that it is a proteins and polysaccharides. The example for the proteins are collagen, albumin, and fibrin. This fibrin is also known as gelatin, casein, silk, and wool. Coming to the polysaccharides, dextrin, chitosan, starch, and also the cellulose. The advantages of the natural polymers are it is readily and abundantly available, it is comparatively inexpensive in nature, that is, it is a low of cost, it is a non-toxic products because it is obtained abundantly in nature, naturally abundantly in nature, and it can be modified to get semi-synthetic forms. So these natural polymers can be modified to get semi-synthetic forms. The use of the natural biodegradable polymers to deliver the drug continue to be an area of active research despite the advent of synthetic biodegradable polymer. Natural polymer remains attractive primarily because they are an attractive class of biodegradable polymers. They are derived from the natural sources. They are easily available. They are relatively cheap. They qualify for a number of chemical modifications to get the synthetic polymers. They can be a protein or a polysaccharide in chemical origin. Coming to the synthetic polymer, it is most attractive class of the polymer, biocompatible and versatile in terms of physical, chemical, and biological properties. Coming to the stability of the polymer, the stability of the polymer can be increased as they are chemically synthesized. What is the need for the biodegradable polymers? Polymers have become an essential part of our daily life, having its numerous advantages. It finds its use in every field, but these polymer products account for approximately 150 million tons of non-biodegradable waste every year. Such large amount of the waste leads to various problems, not to mention a general lack of cleanliness in the neighborhood. So there is a need for the biodegradable polymer. Coming to the characteristics of the biodegradable polymer, it is chemically inert, it is permeability in nature, and it is a non-toxicity, biocompatibility, it is having a very high tensile strength, and it is having a very good mechanical strength, and it can be controlled the rate of degradation. So these are the 7 characteristics of the biodegradable polymer. Coming to the mechanism of the biodegradable polymer, the biodegradation can be worked through enzymatic degradation, hydrolysis, or by combination of one or more polymers. And this hydrolysis leads to the formation of 2 types of erosions. They are bulk erosion and surface erosion. So the mechanism of the biodegradable polymer is this one. The biodegradation can be worked in 3 forms: enzymatic degradation, hydrolysis, and combination. This hydrolysis leads to the formation of bulk erosion and surface erosion. Coming to the enzymatic degradation, which is the first one, the enzymatic degradation takes place with the help of various enzymes. The type of enzymes used for the degradation depends upon the type of polymer. That means which type of polymer is used. In this, the type of enzymes will be dependent. Mostly or mainly there are 3 types of enzymes are there. Fungi, Fusarium moniliforme, yeast, Cryptococcus, and the enzymes from molds such as penicillin. So these are about the enzymatic degradation. Coming to the factors which affects the biodegradation, there are mainly 3 factors which affects the biodegradation. First factor is the chemical structure. The chemical structure here is completely based on the functional group, hydrophobicity. Coming to the morphology, which is the second factor for the biodegradation, it is a tensile strength and branching. And coming to the particle size, larger the particle size, slower the degradation process. And smaller the particle size, higher is the degradation process. And the biodegradable polymers are polyhydroxybutyrate hydroxyvalerate, which is also known as biopol. Polyhydroxybutyrate and hydroxyvalerate is known as biopol. Polycaprolactone, polylactic acid, polyglycolic acid, polydioxane. So these are the examples of the biodegradable polymer, especially the synthetic polymers. Coming to the first one, that is the biopol, it is also known as polyhydroxyalkanoate. These are the linear polyesters produced by the bacterial fermentation of sugar and sold under the trade name of biopol. These are produced by the bacteria to store carbon and energy. More than 150 monomers can be polymerized to give the material with extremely different properties. So these biopols are used in the production of bioplastic. And these are the following some biopols produced, which is known as PH3B. This PH3B is known as polyhydroxy 3-butyrate. Polyhydroxy 3-butyrate. And this one, polybeta hydroxy valerate. B means beta. Polybeta hydroxy butyrate. And PHV, it is known as polyhydroxy valerinate. So these are some of the biopoles which are present along with 3-hydroxyvaleric acid and 3-hydroxybutyric acid, which is the copolymer in the structure of biopole. And I already told you that it is produced by the bacteria by the process of the fermentation of the glucose by Acalygens eutropha species. Coming to the properties of the biopole, it is water insoluble and relatively resistant to hydraulic degradation. It is having a good oxygen permeability. It is having a good ultraviolet resistance, but poor resistance to acids and bases. Coming to the solubility of the biopole, it is soluble in the chloroform and other chlorinated hydrocarbons. It is biocompatible and hence it is suitable for medical applications. The melting point is about 175 degrees centigrade and the glass transition temperature is 2 degrees centigrade. The tensile strength is 40, which is close to that of the polypropylene. It sinks in water while polypropylene floats. So this is only the exception, but all the biopoles are sinks in water, facilitating its anaerobic biodegradation in sediments. It is non-toxic in nature and it is having the less sticky when melted, making it a potentially good material for clothing in the future. Coming to the next synthetic biodegradable polymer, which is known as polyhydroxybutyrate hydroxyvalerate. So it is also a type of biopolymer, which is having the molecular weight of C27H42O12 and it's having the monomer weight of about 558.62 AMU. AMU means atomic mass unit. And coming to the biosynthesis of the polyhydroxyvalerate, to produce the polyhydroxybutyrate or polyhydroxyvalerate, it is to be cultured with microorganisms such as alkali genes entropies, is placed in a suitable medium along with the appropriate nutrient. Once the population of the bacteria reaches to the sustained level, the nutrients composition is changed to synthesis polyhydroxybutyrate. The yield of polyhydroxybutyrate obtained from the intracellular inclusion can be as high as 80% of the organism dry weight. The polyhydroxybutyrate is deposited in the form of highly refractive granules in the cell, which were disrupted to recover the polyhydroxybutyrate granules. Industrially, the polyhydroxybutyrate is produced by microbial fermentation of sugar or glucose, and it is processed mainly by injection moulding and extrusion molding into films and hollow bodies. And coming to the applications of polyhydroxybutyrate is the potential application of the polyhydroxybutyrate is in the medical and pharmaceutical industries like fixation and orthopedic applications, including sources, suture fastener, meniscus repair devices, rivets, tags, staples, and bone plating system, surgical meshes, etc. Skin substituents, bone graft substituents, bone dowels, dressing, and limostats are produced from polyhydroxybutyrate or polyhydroxyvalerate. So this is about the brief discussion of synthesis and biosynthesis and structure, molecular weight and monomeric weight, uses and applications of the polyhydroxybutyrate. Coming to the next polymer, synthetic polymer, which is known as polylactic acid. This polylactic acid, it is one type of thermoplastic aliphatic polyester derived from renewable resources such as cornstarch, tapioca products, especially from the roots, chips or starch, and sugarcane. It can be biodegradable under certain conditions, such as the presence of oxygen, and is difficult to recycle. The name polylactic acid does not comply with IUPAC standard nomenclature and is potentially ambiguous or confusing because polylactic acid is not a polyacid, but rather it is a polyester. And moreover, it is having the structure. The properties of the polylactic acid or the formation of the polylactic acid is this one. The bacterial fermentation is used to produce the lactic acid from cornstarch or cane sugar. See here, this polylactic acid can be prepared from this. And the structure of the polylactic acid is this one. Coming to the properties and the uses of the polylactic acid. The property of the polylactic acid is it is having the glass transition temperature at about 60 to 65 degrees centigrade, and the polylactic acid possesses the melting point of about 173 to 178 degrees centigrade, and polylactic acid is a chiral compound. Chiral means the one carbon atom is connected to different other carbon atoms or the different groups, which is known as a chiral compound, existing as a poly-L-lactic acid. This polylactic acid possesses the good compatibility, processability, as well as high strength and modulus. Coming to the applications of the polylactic acid, this polylactic acid is used for making the medical implants like anchors, screws, pins, mesh, etc. For making compostable packing material, disposable garments, diapers, and it is also used for the food packing and 3D printers. And coming to the uses of the polylactic acid, mulch films made of polylactic acid blend and bioflex. This one. And this is a biodegradable polylactic acid cups, which is in use at an eateries. Due to the polylactic acid's relatively low glass transition temperature. I told love that it is having the very low glass transition temperature at about 60 to 65 degrees centigrade. And the temperature is about, that is a melting point, it is having 173 to 178 degrees centigrade. This polylactic acid cups cannot hold the hot liquids. However, much research is devoted to developing a heat-resistant polylactic acid. And coming to this polyhydroxyvalerate, it is a water sample soluble biodegradable polymer possessing excellent mechanical property and compatibility with starch. It is another class of innovative biodegradable polymer produced from the starch, which is totally biodegradable with a wide variety of environments, as it can be hydrolyzed to glucose by microorganisms or enzymes and then metabolized to carbon dioxide and water. Biodegradable polyhydroxyvalerate is produced from the valeric acid and acetaldehyde produced from molasses by fermentation. Coming to the properties, it is a water soluble and it possesses the excellent mechanical properties and it is compatible with starch. That is, starch mold can be introduced into the backbone for quick biodegradability. Polyvinyl acetate is used in the food industry as a packing material, food storage, and catering, mailing the compost bags. So these are the brief discussion about the biodegradable polymer. Thank you.